I know we've both put a lot of work into helping our business owners accurately record their sales and expenses in order to produce financial statements. And you may be thinking, so what? Well, that's a good question. We put all this effort into producing accurate statements because they help us tell the story of the business and communicate its financial health. Once our business owners know how to interpret the financial statements, they can analyze the information and use it to make important decisions to drive the business forward. Maybe an example would help. Take a listen to one of my colleagues.
It's really important to understand financial statements so that you can interpret them for your clients, mostly because sometimes they have questions and they'll throw you a zinger every once in a while, like, can I afford to buy this new piece of equipment? Or should I get a loan for a new piece of equipment? So your financial statements are really going to help you be able to see if they have the cash on hand, and if not, do they have the debt ratio to assets that will allow a bank or a lending institution to give them a loan for the new equipment. So it's just so important to be able to interpret those. And that's just the balance sheet. Profit and loss is showing how they've been doing during the year, this quarter versus last quarter, this month versus last month. You'll be able to tell trends in how they're doing as far as income and expenses. So you need to be able to have those discussions with the client. And then finally, the statement of cash flows is really important to interpret, because sometimes your client will look at the bottom of a profit and loss and say, oh, I made $100,000 this year. Why isn't there $100,000 in the bank? So the statement of cash flows will actually explain that, yeah, that may have been your net income, but you also used the money in different ways. It could have been you did an owner draw, or maybe you paid off a loan or bought a piece of equipment. So the financial statements are so important to have a basic understanding in. So I encourage you to get to know them. So just some tips for staying within your scope of work. We as bookkeepers shouldn't be really advising on how to plan or make decisions on purchasing a piece of equipment or anything like that. What we need to do is just tell them the facts, what has happened, and this is where you are now. They can take that information to their advisor or their CPA, and from there, the advisory work starts.